A frightening moment for a group of tourists in South Africa. Take a look at this video.
Oh!
Oh, God!
Okay.
Look! Oh, it's on the floor.
We've all dreamed of that perfect African safari, right? You picture yourself surrounded by stunning landscapes, watching majestic lions or towering elephants in their natural habitat. But what happens when things take a wild turn? Imagine getting a little too close for comfort, or worse, coming face to face with an angry lion. Safaris are breathtaking, but they can also be unpredictable. Buckle up as we dive into the wild side of safari misadventures. These are 20 times African safari trips went horribly wrong. Number 20, elephant attack on eco-training vehicle. The team at Safari Eco Training had an encounter they won't be forgetting anytime soon. While out on a routine safari tour, they found themselves face to face with one of nature's most powerful creatures, the elephant. But this wasn't just a peaceful moment of admiration. The elephant, much larger and angrier than they anticipated, decided it wasn't too thrilled with their presence. With a warning trumpet that sent shivers down their spines, the massive creature charged at their vehicle with an intensity that made their hearts race. In what felt like a blink of an eye, the elephant rammed into their vehicle, sending it spinning 180 degrees. The team, in shock, found themselves facing the very direction they had come from. It wasn't just the vehicle that got a wake-up call that day. So did the humans inside. This experience became a powerful reminder of the sheer strength, intelligence, and unpredictability that comes with being in the presence of these magnificent creatures. If you ever find yourself on an African safari, never underestimate an elephant's mood. After all, even the calmest creatures have their boundaries, and this one made sure they knew it. Now, let's move on to something less frightening but equally fascinating. Number 19, cheetah on the car. Cheetahs might be known for their incredible speed, but what's often overlooked is their curious and playful nature. One safari-goer found this out in the most memorable way possible when a group of cheetahs decided to turn his vehicle into their personal playground. As the man sat in his car, trying to keep his cool, one of these beautiful, sleek cats jumped up on the hood, peering through the windshield with a curious gaze. What made the moment even more entertaining was his passenger's reaction. The woman next to him couldn't help but burst into fits of laughter as the cheetahs showed their lighter side. These elegant predators seemed less interested in hunting and more in playing the role of oversized, mischievous house cats. It's not every day you get up close and personal with the world's fastest land animal, but in this case, the cheetahs seemed more playful than predatory. You can bet that man left the safari with an unforgettable memory and a story to tell for years to come. Up next, something that will make you think twice before leaving your car doors unlocked. Number 18, lion opens car door. Picture this. You're on a safari, surrounded by the beauty of the wild, and everything seems peaceful. That is until a curious lion decides to stroll right up to your car. It's thrilling at first, a close encounter with the king of the jungle. But that excitement quickly turns to terror when this massive predator, using both strength and a bit of cleverness, manages to do something unexpected: opens your car door. Yes, you heard that right. These unsuspecting safari visitors found out firsthand that lions are not just strong, but shockingly clever too. The lion casually popped the car door open, and you can imagine the panic that set in among the passengers. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but it was a stark reminder that when you're in lion territory, you're not the one in charge. So next time you're on safari, remember, lock your doors. The king of the jungle might just be looking for a way in. Now here's a story that will leave you scratching your head. Apparently, a safari goer was attacked by a lion while they were in the middle of a tour. But that's not the shocking part. The woman seen in the photo appears to be in her undergarments. Why was she wearing so little? No one knows. Why do you think she wore so little? Let us know in the comments below. Number 17. Monkeys damage car. If you think monkeys are cute, playful creatures, think again. At safari parks, they've developed quite the reputation for being little troublemakers, especially when cars are involved. One family learned this lesson the hard way when they drove through the baboon area at Nosy Safari Park in the UK. Before they knew it, their car became the target of a troop of baboons with too much time on their hands and way too much curiosity. It started off innocently enough, one or two monkeys clambering onto the roof, but things escalated quickly. Soon, these mischievous creatures were tugging at the windscreen wipers, pulling at the side mirrors, and even attempting to peel off parts of the vehicle's trim. The poor driver could do nothing but watch in horror as his car was slowly but surely vandalized by a gang of furry troublemakers. Monkeys might be smart, but they sure know how to wreak havoc. It was a messy, expensive lesson in what happens when you give these playful primates access to a moving playground. Now, ready for a story that proves even the biggest animals have a temper? Number 16, angry buffalo. Have you ever found yourself on safari, soaking in the breathtaking views and the thrill of encountering wildlife? It's an exhilarating experience until you spot a massive buffalo approaching your vehicle. At first it might seem curious, but as it gets closer, you can sense the tension in the air. Is it annoyed, or is it just checking you out? If its body language suggests irritation, trust your instincts. It's definitely time to hit the gas. Those hefty creatures are incredibly powerful, and you don't want to find out just how fast they can charge. African buffalo can weigh up to 1,840 pounds, making them some of the most formidable animals on the savanna. These beasts often travel in large herds, and when you see one, there's a good chance many more are nearby. This herd mentality offers them a sense of security, but it can also lead to aggressive behavior if they feel threatened. Being a prey animal means they often have to be on high alert, which can make them a bit jumpy and defensive. Combine their nervousness with their bulk and impressive horns, and you've got a recipe for trouble. Did you know these animals can sprint at speeds of 37 miles per hour? Their size and speed, along with those sharp horns, make them a serious force to be reckoned with. Picture a herd of buffalo thundering towards you. Now that's a sight that could send chills down your spine. As they roam in herds of 50 to 500, the sheer power they possess is incredible. Although they may seem slow and lumbering individually, when they stampede, they can overwhelm even the fiercest predators. So, next time you see a buffalo on safari, give it the space it needs. It's all fun and games until you're caught in the middle of a buffalo stampede. Speaking of stampedes, let's shift gears and discuss a spine-tingling encounter with an angry lion that will make you rethink your safari safety protocols. Number 15. Angry lion charges tourists in Kruger National Park. During a trip to Kruger National Park, tourists often find themselves excitedly anticipating encounters with the park's majestic wildlife. Picture this scenario. A male lion is lounging peacefully in the sun, embodying the grace and power of the king of the jungle. But suddenly, something disrupts his relaxation. He rises to his full height, muscles rippling under his golden coat, making it clear he's not in the mood for visitors. With a mighty roar that can be heard echoing through the savanna, he sends a chilling warning to everyone nearby. It's a spectacular display, one that leaves no doubt about his authority. Tourists can't help but be in awe of his presence, but they also realize how quickly things can escalate in the wild. Even during his downtime, he's still a fierce predator. And witnessing this raw power up close is both exhilarating and terrifying. Number 14. Hippo attack in Botswana. During a safari in Botswana, an American couple found themselves exploring the stunning landscapes of the Okavango Delta in 2023. They were excited to capture the beauty around them when they stumbled upon a hippo enjoying a leisurely moment in the water. However, they quickly discovered that this seemingly cute creature was far from friendly. Instead of keeping their distance, the couple decided to stop and snap some photos. What started as a light-hearted encounter turned into a heart-pounding experience when the hippo unexpectedly charged their vehicle. Initially, they thought it was just a bluff, a false charge to scare them away. But this hippo was serious. With a powerful lunge, it bit down hard on the passenger door, leaving the couple trapped and panicked inside the vehicle. Imagine the adrenaline rushing through them as they realized they were in a tight spot. Hippos may look like gentle giants, but once they latch onto something, they do not let go easily. After a tense standoff, the hippo finally released its grip, leaving significant damage to the Jeep's door and window. It was a close call, but they managed to escape with their lives. Here's a surprising twist. Hippos can't swim. Despite their frequent water antics, they sink like stones and propel themselves by pushing off the bottom. It's incredible how they use their weight and muscle to move quickly through the water, so if you find yourself near a hippo, you might want to make a swift exit before it takes offense. Now, speaking of close calls, wait until you hear about a tiger attack that will have you questioning just how safe your safari experience truly is. Number 13. Tiger Attacks Tour Bus. You won't believe what happened on a safari bus somewhere mysterious. Imagine you're packed into a tour bus, excitement bubbling in the air as you and your friends eagerly anticipate glimpsing wildlife up close. Suddenly, the bus starts moving, and you're in for a wild ride. The bus looks more like a cage with bars surrounding it, offering a kind of protection while providing a thrilling chance to meet the animals. But here's the catch. The animals seem to be treating you like a zoo exhibit. Picture this. Curious tigers are prowling around the outside, pressing their noses against the wires, studying you as if you're the main attraction. It gets even wilder when you think about the old, clunky bus you're in. One little hiccup, like a mechanical failure or a flat tire, and you could be in real trouble. Imagine those inquisitive tigers figuring out how to break in. The thought sends chills down your spine, right? Just when you think you're safe behind bars, the tables can turn in the blink of an eye. The tension is palpable as those big cats circle your bus, their eyes glinting with curiosity. You can almost hear them thinking, "What's going on in there?" Being so close to these magnificent creatures is exhilarating but also nerve-wracking. The thrill of being near tigers can quickly shift to fear if the situation escalates. Let's be real, though. What do you think might happen if a tiger decided it wanted to play? The blend of excitement and danger is what makes safari experiences unforgettable. Number 12. Giraffe smashes car window. You know the drill when you head to a safari park. Keep those windows up. It's not rocket science, right? Yet somehow, some people forget this crucial rule. Let me take you to the West Midlands Safari Park in the United Kingdom, where a rather unfortunate incident took place. A video captured the moment that a rather daft woman decided to ignore the basic safety protocol and rolled her window down. Now, I'm not one to judge, but come on. A giraffe, with its long neck and curious disposition, poked its head right into the car, probably hoping for a treat. The excitement in the car must have been palpable, but then, here comes the doozy. Our not-so-bright friend began to close the window while the giraffe's head was still in there. I mean, can you imagine the panic? The glass shattered everywhere, leaving everyone in the car in a state of shock. It's a messy situation. Nobody wants to see a giraffe in distress. Luckily, the giraffe managed to pull its head back in time. But just think about how much worse that could have been. The idea of having a giraffe's head wedged in a car window is already wild enough, but the shards of glass flying around add a whole new level of chaos. Seriously, some people should come with warning labels. After that escapade, you'd think they'd learned their lesson about keeping windows rolled up around wildlife. But it turns out not everyone gets the memo. Just wait until I tell you about a honeymoon gone wrong involving a gorilla. You won't believe how close one woman got to danger during what was supposed to be a romantic getaway. Number 11. Gorilla attacks woman on honeymoon. Now, I'm all for unique honeymoon experiences, but what happens when you get a little too close to your wildlife entertainment? Let's rewind to a couple enjoying a safari honeymoon, expecting nothing but love and adventure. But instead of romantic sunsets and cozy dinners, they find themselves face to face with a massive silverback gorilla. Now, when you see one of these powerful animals pound its chest, you know something's brewing. This gorilla was clearly not happy with the situation. As the woman tried to take a selfie, the gorilla, annoyed by the intrusion, decided it was time to make its feelings known. With a powerful shove, it knocked her over. Thankfully, there was no serious harm done, but you could feel the tension in the air as everyone held their breath, waiting to see what would happen next. The incident was captured on video, and you can almost hear the collective gasp of the onlookers. This poor woman went from romantic bliss to being unceremoniously pushed over by an enormous beast in seconds. It's a stark reminder that while safaris are thrilling, they come with their own set of dangers. The good news? Nobody lost any limbs, but it's definitely not the type of honeymoon surprise anyone expects. Number 10. Nosy Camel. Imagine cruising through a safari park in Alexandria, Louisiana, and suddenly you're engulfed in a wild animal encounter. That's exactly what happened to AJ and C, who found themselves in a laugh-out-loud situation with some rather nosy camels. As they drove into the camel enclosure, they rolled their windows down, completely unaware that this small act would lead to a hilariously chaotic adventure. The camels, always on the lookout for a free snack, wasted no time. With their long necks and curious expressions, they swiftly poked their heads through the car windows, trying to get at the food AJ and C had inside. The scene quickly turned into a comic disaster when AJ, clearly startled by the enormous heads invading their space, leaped into the back seat in a panic. Imagine the sight, a grown man scrambling away from a couple of camels like they were charging rhinos. Meanwhile, C, completely unfazed by the sudden intrusion, was in stitches, laughing uncontrollably at her friend's frantic reaction. As the camels continued their pursuit, sticking their noses deeper into the car, the whole situation felt like a scene out of a slapstick comedy. It's one of those moments where you can't help but laugh, even as you're caught in a wild frenzy. The camels were relentless, showing no signs of backing down as they eagerly searched for more food. The hilarity continued as AJ tried to regain his composure, all while C kept the laughter going. It's a light-hearted reminder that sometimes the unexpected moments in life can become the best stories to tell later. Number 9. Lion bites tire, causing explosion. At the famed Kruger National Park, adventure is never far away, especially when it involves a pride of lions and an unsuspecting family. Sean O'Byrne was just a young boy of 13 when he, along with his family, found themselves in a tense situation that would be etched in their memories forever. On their way to breakfast, they encountered a pride of lions lounging lazily on the road, blocking their path and causing a traffic jam of curious onlookers. With excitement buzzing in the air, the O'Byrne family began recording their journey, never anticipating the chaos that would soon unfold. As they joked and laughed, a sudden loud noise erupted. A lion drawn to their vehicle was startled by something. Perhaps it was the sound of their laughter or the sight of the camera. But whatever it was sent the majestic beast bolting away in alarm. This startled reaction prompted an adrenaline-fueled scramble as Sean and his family raced to assess the situation. What followed was a unique combination of excitement and panic as they discovered one of their tires had been bitten by the lion. Sean shared that changing the tire was surprisingly manageable under the circumstances, although they certainly felt the pressure of being late for breakfast. It was a remarkable feat of teamwork as they worked together, heart rates racing and laughter mixing with nervousness. Even though they arrived 3.5 hours late to their meal, this story of a lion encounter would surely make for an unforgettable breakfast discussion. Imagine telling friends how a lion caused an explosion of excitement in your morning plans. And as we move forward in this wild adventure, get ready for the bizarre moment when a camel takes hairstyling to a whole new level. Number 8. Bison Attack, a 4x4 car. Bison are truly awe-inspiring animals. When you see one in the wild, it's hard not to be impressed by their size and strength. However, beneath that calm exterior lies a creature that can be incredibly unpredictable. Many people think bison are just big, gentle cows, but they can charge at any moment, especially during their mating season, known as the rut, which starts in late July and runs through early September. During this time, male bison become more aggressive as they compete for the attention of females, making them a bit less cautious around vehicles and people. So imagine you're cruising through a national park, excited to spot some wildlife. You see a few bison grazing peacefully by the roadside. Naturally, you want a closer look, so you stop your 4x4 car to snap some photos. But suddenly, one of the bison, possibly feeling cornered or protective, decides it's not too happy about your presence. In an instant, it charges your vehicle with impressive speed. You might think you're safe in your car, but it's a terrifying situation. The bison, weighing around 1,840 pounds, can smash into your car like a freight train. You'd be left wondering how such a seemingly docile animal could turn aggressive so quickly. It's a moment of sheer panic, making you think twice about getting too close to these magnificent creatures again. Remember, the responsibility for wildlife safety doesn't just lie with the animals. Visitors must also be cautious. Next time, keep your distance. Number 7. Camel chews girl's hair. When it comes to viral videos, they often feature an unexpected twist, and this next tale is no exception. At a safari park, Karen had her heart set on capturing the perfect selfie with a camel. As she leaned in for a shot through a fence, the encounter took a wild turn when the camel decided her hair was the main course. Karen, aiming for that Instagram-worthy moment, was initially all smiles as she extended her arm to take the perfect picture. But just as she thought she had it all figured out, the camel showed its true curiosity. In an instant, the animal leaned in and began munching on her hair, transforming her selfie attempt into a hair-raising experience. The shock quickly set in as Karen felt the camel tugging at her locks. What started as a light-hearted selfie moment turned into a comedic struggle as she tried to swat the camel away, only to have a significant portion of her hair pulled from her head. This humorous incident is far from unique. Camels have a bit of a reputation for hair mishaps. Just ask the Virginia TV reporter who had a similar experience on air years ago, or the woman in 2019 who faced a similar fate during a safari tour. With camels being such cheeky creatures, one has to wonder what will happen next. Number 6. Buffalo smashes car. You know that feeling when your heart races and the adrenaline kicks in? That's exactly what a group of tourists experienced when a buffalo, in a desperate bid for survival, charged head-on into their safari vehicle at Kruger National Park. Just imagine being there, your camera ready to capture the beauty of the African wilderness, when suddenly chaos erupts. The buffalo, chased by a hungry lion, sprints onto the road, clearly panicked and seeking an escape. On October 27th, as the tourists filmed the drama unfolding in front of them, they caught a breathtaking moment on camera. In the footage, you can see the buffalo attempting to shake off the lion clinging to its back. The scene escalates when, in a frantic effort to evade its predator, the buffalo charges right into a jeep, the crunching sound of horns against metal echoing in the air. The sheer power of the buffalo is astonishing. It's incredible how such a massive creature can move with such speed and force. The lion, startled by the impact, momentarily retreats, giving the buffalo a fleeting chance to escape. However, the drama doesn't end there. The pride of lions, still hungry and relentless, swiftly pursues the fleeing buffalo. Can you imagine witnessing that adrenaline-pumping chase firsthand? It's moments like these that remind you of the raw and unpredictable nature of wildlife. Speaking of unpredictable wildlife encounters, let's move on to a fascinating situation involving a herd of elephants that turned an ordinary safari day into a thrilling adventure. Number 5. Herds of elephant. In Kruger National Park, a group of tourists paid the price for venturing a little too close to a herd of elephants. The clip begins with a peaceful scene of elephants emerging from the bushes and walking onto the road. However, when some onlookers get too comfortable, things take a sudden and terrifying turn. Fortunately for the tourists, no one is harmed, and the elephants eventually move deeper into the park. This mesmerizing yet unnerving experience serves as a reminder of how unpredictable wildlife can be. Later on the same safari, the group encountered another thrilling moment. A large leopard made an unexpected appearance, adding to the adrenaline rush. The tourists followed the leopard closely as it roamed around, most likely hunting for prey. This up-close encounter provided an exhilarating yet intense glimpse into the wild. Number 4. Rhino attacks vehicle. In Mexico, a rhino attacked a vehicle at a safari park. The animal was poking its horn under the vehicle and lifting the wheels off the ground. The video, taken from the car behind, shows that the rhino seemed to push the car away while the zookeepers hurried to handle the situation. On July 30th, there was an attack at African Safari in Puebla. It was believed that a family was inside the vehicle during the attack. Josue Fernando Gonzalez saw the incident. He said that he saw a rhino running towards some zebras and then charging at a van. The zookeepers let the cars out before closing the enclosure. African Safari said that the male rhino was acting aggressively because there was a female rhino nearby. They also mentioned that this was a rare occurrence. According to local media, nobody got hurt, and the rhino has been moved to another area. Number 3, monkey steals mobile phone. An amusing video shows a monkey taking a tourist's mobile phone at a zoo in Indonesia. The footage was taken by a visitor at Taman Safari Park near Bogor, West Java. In the video, a monkey can be seen holding onto a smartphone tightly through the bars of its cage, unwilling to release it. The park staff attempted to retrieve the phone from the monkey's hands by hitting the cage, but ended up laughing because the cute animal refused to let go. Finally, a staff member tried to exchange food for the phone, but the mischievous monkey just tried to grab the snack while still holding the phone. According to the person who filmed the incident, they eventually offered more food, which succeeded in retrieving part of the phone. The uploader shared online that a girl wanted to take a picture of the monkey, but it stiffly took her mobile phone. In the end, the screen broke and the mobile itself split into 2 pieces. The monkey managed to grab the back cover, while the screen fell into the bushes beside the cage. Number 2, leopard attacks photographer. A photographer was attacked by a leopard in the Masai Mara National Reserve, Kenya, after behaving in an aggressive manner. The leopard tried to grasp the photographer's foot, putting him in danger. It's possible that the photographer broke the park's rules or received misinformation. The ferocious leopard was clearly ready to attack. Though leopard attacks on humans are rare, it's crucial to remember that approaching a leopard too closely or attempting to interact with it while on safari is never a good idea. The most prudent thing for a tourist to do when wildlife approaches a vehicle from an unsafe distance is to withdraw immediately. Number 1, bear attacks boy in China. At a wildlife park, a black bear attacked a Chinese man when he tried to feed it through his car window. The tourist, identified only by his surname Chen, suffered a severe bite on his left arm. The incident occurred when he opened the passenger window slightly to throw food at 2 bears that had approached his car in the bear enclosure at Battling Wildlife World near Beijing. In a terrifying incident caught on camera, one of the bears successfully pushed the window down completely. According to a report by the Beijing Evening News, Chen had asked a friend in the car to take a picture of him while feeding the bear. He tried to close the window, but failed. After being bitten, he quickly drove to another area of the sanctuary where he notified the park wardens. Despite warnings not to open car windows in the animal enclosures, Chen decided to do so after observing others feeding the animals. The wardens instructed him to go to the tourist center, where they cleaned and disinfected his wound. Sometimes, learning by personal experience is best. Or what do you think? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. While you're still here, check out the next video that pops up on your screen.